Okay, here's this regular, newer one. Here's the one I've been working on. See the difference? Of course, this one's real silver from 1964. 90% silver, 10% copper. This is the newer style, like the quarters, it's copper and nickel. But just so you can see the difference. So I'll keep pounding away. It's almost as wide as the smaller ring I made, but I made this out of a quarter, so the $50 is going to be quite a bit bigger ring. Should fit me. So I'll just keep pounding away here.
Perception that they continue to withhold information may explain why today the number
I'm going to work on it till I get those stars rolled up under too, around the edge. Then I think it'll be about the right size. Okay, now I've just about got it to the size I want. So now I'm taking a spoon instead of the hammer. A lot of people just use a spoon. Spoon, of course, is not nearly as heavy, so it takes a lot longer. But the reason I've switched to the spoon is because it does give you a lot smoother finish, which means buffing it is a lot easier, plus it gets shinier and smoother. So, I mean, I've already started using it, and I can already tell how much smoother it's getting. So that's what I'm doing now. Also with the spoon, you can kind of get it starts rounding it over just a hair, so that it's not a perfectly flat ring. If you're using a flat hammer, it's just hammering it flat unless you hit the side, and then that just makes a mess of it. So I'll go ahead and work on it with the spoon for a while now, and I can also tell it rolls now. Before it wouldn't roll because it was all the hammer marks were leaving flat edges, but now it's, I mean, really smooth. And once you get going with this spoon, you can get a pretty good, it don't take nothing at all. I'm just got 2 fingers, and I'm just flinging it. Well,
Here's a visual signal. The umbrella man claimed it was not a signal, but an obscure protest. Prior to World War II, JFK's father, Joseph,
I've noticed
had supported the
when you go all the way around a couple times, you want to flip the coin over and go around because it starts getting lower on one side than it does the other. It's just because you naturally hit it a different way.
Got a little bit of help. By returning to the gold standard, JFK would have then eliminated the Federal Reserve, and that the Vatican had helped create the Federal Reserve, from which they secretly controlled the national.
Okay, I just wanted to show you here how the lettering and stuff is curling up under the bottom lip. You can see the date there, 1964. There we go, that's better. On the other side, it'll focus in there. You see the United States of America there. I'm going to try to get those stars rolled up a little more.
We all deserve a good night's sleep.
Looks like some of them is barely starting to. So I'm going to keep working.
It's not for pain.
It's about the size I want it, but I don't want to go too much more.
Because sleep is a beautiful thing.
So
ZzzQuil, a non-habit-forming sleep aid from the makers of NyQuil.
Well, I've been friends forever.
Okay, taking my coin and measured the center, that way and this way, mark an X, so I know where to drill. And there's no real easy way to do this, because you gotta hold this, and you don't want to clamp this with pliers or anything, because you'll scuff it all up. So I'm gonna wear a glove. Get it started first. And that's all silver. So if you can save it, if you do a bunch of these, and melt it all back down and build a bar. I'm keeping all these shavings. Put them right back in the little coin box that the coin came in. Put the lid on there, and I'll keep all that. I got some other various tools I'll be using. My drill here to grind away at the inside of it. And do as much of it with tools as I can. And then I got a file, I haven't really got it yet. But I'll just finish filing. And I'll show you that when I get to it.
okay, you can see how far along I've gotten on it. This is what it started out as, and you can see the difference now. So
IHOP invites you to our house for the holidays.
what I'm doing now
Holiday hotcakes featuring new
is I got this.
chocolate chip, and we're making holiday meals all day at IHOP. And for dessert, our indulgent new crate
It ain't
cake.
gonna focus in, but
Holidays at IHOP. You're always welcome.
it's a little cutting bit, and I'm just taking here and grinding. It's taking me a while because this is pretty tough. Silver's pretty tough, and the tools I have ain't the best. So. Alright, as you can see, I've almost got the whole inside ground out. It's a little rough. I'm going to do a little more grinding, but it's almost finished. Hopefully I didn't destroy all the lettering too bad. I know I gouged it a few times because it's really tough to get all that out of there, but this will fit me here once I get it all ground out good and smoothed off and polished. So I'll show you how I polish it when I get to that point. Alright, I mixed me up a little buffing compound from some mortar I had, just some, not mortar, but some sand, and I'll do the whole outside. I'm also going to stick it on here and see it's working because the pad's getting black. And the ring's getting really, where I've done it on the outside, it's getting really shiny too. You could use dirt for an abrasive. I mean, it's really fine, and a lot of rubbing compounds are just a real fine abrasive. So I mean, just a little bit of mud on a rag would do amazing things. I really need to mount this. Run a bolt with a washer on both sides that's just barely enough to hold it, so I can stick it in a drill and then hold a rag around it with the buffing. But like I say, I left all that at work, so I'm doing with what I have right here. But this is the buffing process. Alright, here's my two rings. This is a quarter and this is a $50. $50 turned out better, but I like them both. I'm probably going to do some more polishing on both of them, but there we go. You can see the United States. It's got the glare. Let's see if I can get the Anyway, you can see all the lettering in there, and it fits good as a wedding band. Problem with some old silver like this, is some hand lotions and soaps can interact with this and cause your finger to turn a little bit green. See, I've been wearing this one on my finger here, and there's a tiny bit of noticeable, I mean, it's barely noticeable, but they will do that. Newer silver, I think, has more nickel or something in it, and they don't turn your finger green. But in most cases, these won't either. It just depends on, like, certain oils might interact. But once all that oil wears off your finger or whatever, it won't do that. So it's a pretty neat, fun project. And the more time you spend on it, the better it'll turn out. I've probably spent 5 hours making this, but it's pretty neat. 75 cents.